Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be talking about a special file format called TOON. TOON stands for Token Oriented Object Notations. So you might have using JSON, you know how important JSON is while you create a applications, right? So when you use a particular data format, it becomes easy for us to read, write, or transform the data, right? So similarly, TOON is a format, and TOON is specially designed for the LLM applications, right? If you see your LLM applications understand tokens, right? So if I tell you a high level architecture of LLM applications, normally user write prompt and those prompt are formed in the context. Not only you are keeping the prompt, also you are keeping the state data and the short term and long term memory data. So it's a large paragraph or multiple paragraph, right? So this context sent to your LLM to produce a answer. So now if you see how LLM deal with this context data, okay? So they split into multiple tokens in order to understand. Then once they understand all these tokens, then they also generate output tokens, okay, which is a answer for your questions or for your prompt, right? Then those tokens are aggregated and sent in a response to the end user, right? So this is a high level flow normally we follow while creating a applications. Now here the important aspect is all these tokens, right? Because the LLMs are interpreting with this input and output data with tokens. Right now, since LLMs are work with tokens, that means their computing depends on these tokens. Right, the last token you will send, the amount of time it will take is high. Right, and also it will take higher computing. Okay, similarly, if you will produce more tokens as an output, it will take higher computing. Right, so here Toon plays an important role, right? So the Toon's main focus is how it can reduce the input tokens and also it can get the output data in less tokens so that the LLM's computing will be optimally used, right? And when the LLM is optimally used, that means you can save money, you can save computing, right? If I'll show you how these LLMs are charged, based on the transactions you will do with them. So this is a chart I have prepared. So again, as I told, they charge for input and output token, right? So here are the enterprise grade LLM models: GPT 4.1 mini, Gemini 2.5 plus, 3.5 haiku, right? Suppose and this is the input cost for 1000 token and this is the output cost for 1000 token. So if you see the Claude 3.5 haiku is taking $0.0040 per 1000 token, and this is an approximate cost, so it may not accurate. If you see, if you are sending a transactions or sending a query which will have 4500 input tokens and 1000 output tokens, so this is the amount of cost they charge, right? And if you convert them into INR, so if you see for one query which will have 4500 input token and 1000 output token, so this is the cost, right? So your GPT 4.1 mini will charge you 1.60 paisa, 1 rupee 60 paisa, and if you're using Claude 3.5 haiku, it will charge you 3.91, right, rupees. Okay, so and if you're sending 10,000 queries per day, so this will be your expenses, right? Total cost per day, like where in Claude 3.5 you will be charged 3,912, whereas in Gemini 2.5 you will be charged 598.95. Gemini 2.5 plus is cheaper than this Claude and GPT-4 models, right? Then imagine if you are doing it for entire year, so this will be charges, right? So the Claude will charge you 14 lakh 27,000, whereas the GPT 4.1 mini will charge you 5 lakh 82,000. Okay, so it's huge money. So this is all the charge per token. Now what Toon does, like Toon's focus is how it can reduce your input and output tokens, right? So Toon claims, like it reduce 40% of your tokens if you are using the data in TOON format. That means if you are using Claude 3.5 Haiku LLM models, then for 10,000 query you are sending per year, then you can save 5,71,000 rupees in a year if you are using TOON format, right? This is the official site of TOON. So they mentioned TOON, token-oriented object notation. It's a compact, human-readable encoding of the JSON data model for LLM prompts. So you can see these are the benefits you can take. It's token efficient, it's accurate. So if you see, they claim TOON reaches 74% accuracy versus JSON 70% accuracy while using 40% pure token in a mixed structure benchmark across four models, right? Then it's a kind of JSON data model. It's LLM friendly for LLM friendly guardrails. That means, in this format, they explicitly define how your data model can be, which will be easy for LLMs to understand. Then minimal syntax, it's like your YML if you have used, so it's the format like that. Okay, so minimal syntax they are used, tabular arrays, and multi-language ecosystem. That means if you are using your data in TOON format, so that can be used in TypeScript, Python, Go, Rust, .NET. So all these languages are support this format. So if I show you the token count practically between JSON and TOON, here it is. This is token calculator scheme which is offered by OpenAI. So I'm using GPT-4o and 4o mini. This is my JSON string. Okay, suppose I'm working with JSON format. For this string, the tokens count for GPT-4o will be 101, 101. Okay. Now if I convert this into TOON and I will calculate the token, let me tell you how much we have reduced. Now the same data I have encoded into TOON format. So I'll encode the same data in TOON format. Here it is. So then you can see it is 38 tokens, right? So earlier in JSON it was 101 tokens, and in JSON it is 38 tokens. So almost 60% token you have saved here. So while you are using a JSON format, you can see here are the tokens, right? The space, the curly braces, the columns. So all these are unnecessary, but the LLM consider these as a tokens, right? These are reduced while you are using a TOON format. So in TOON format, these are not there. So you can only define the header at once, then your data. It's like a table format, right? So now let me tell you how you can use this TOON format in your Python applications. This is a library called TOON Python. You can install this on your Python environment to work with TOON format. This is the installations. Can directly do it from GitHub. So first you need to import the TOON format, uh, and I've imported all these classes from this TOON format packages. Then I have a product JSON string which has all this product information. So right now I have three product information. Now here I'm using the encode method of TOON format package. So I kept this in TOON string, then encode this product, and let me see the output. Now you can see this JSON string has been encoded in TOON format, right? Now let us see, let us calculate the token count, how much we have reduced while we are converting the JSON data into TOON format. So if I show you, so here I've counted the JSON format and also the compacted JSON format and also the TOON string we have created, right? So in JSON formatted for the use string is 144 token, and when we compact the JSON string, we have reduced to 117 tokens, and when we use TOON format, then the same data it converted it into 69 tokens, right? That means you can see how much we have reduced to it. So if you calculate the percentage, so 52% we have saved, while we are using TOON format, right? So this is a benefit. 52% saving means so we can save 50% cost. Okay. which is huge, right? And there is a method called estimated savings in tune format. So if you are using that, so directly you can estimate like how much percentage of token you can save while using tune format instead of JSONs, right? This is what is tune format. So I think you can use it in your Python applications. So let me know if you're facing any issue on installing this tune format. So I'll bring another video on tune format, how you can use it in your agentic AI applications or in your LangChain applications, right? Thank you for watching.